Good morning, everybody. Shift your mindset here with a new video. How to socialize with people in the real world. Why? Because a lot of former Jehovah's Witnesses still struggle with it, especially when they're out, just being out, but also years after leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses can make you struggle. Struggle with socializing. Sounds weird maybe, but it's a real thing. And I see that a lot of these things happen. The last few weeks I talked to people that they are still struggling in the outside world. Why? It's normal. So that's the first thing. It's a normal thing. You're not weird, you're not crazy, there's nothing wrong with you. Why? Because we were taught as Jehovah's Witnesses to see worldly people as poisonous, as dangerous, as people who want to lure you into the really bad world that's outside. So we took on that mindset, and now it's time to shift your mindset. We have to unlearn. That's the key thing I learned in my life as a former Jehovah's Witness is the key of everything is unlearning what you has been taught by the organization, by your parents, by everybody around you. So we have no authentic social connection established outside of that religion. Maybe you are still grieving. That's also a part that you don't socialize yet. That you are now just out of the religion. You're grieving about the people you lost. And that whole identity is still a fake thing. Because yes, you're out, but your identity still is the same as when you were a Jehovah's Witness. So, on top of that, people who leave the religion still have that fear of judgment, still have that fear of being rejected by other people. Why? Because we, when we were Jehovah's Witnesses, were rejecting everybody outside of the religion. So that fear of rejection is not solved in a few days after you leave. You still have that program running in your mind when you were a Jehovah's Witness. So we have to shift our mindset. We have to unlearn the things that we learned along the way. And another thing is, many people who I speak to, they are unsure of who they are without the community of Jehovah's Witnesses. So they don't know who they are, and that prevents them for taking steps to socialize outside of the religion. And it's understandable because you have come a long way. You're out, but you're not there. It's just the beginning. And I want to say that it's about training muscles. Why? Because you didn't practice that socializing when you were growing up. It was a natural thing. You went to the meetings, then the people around you also had the same problems that other people have. Because Jehovah's Witnesses are not that social as they think they are. If you are in the real world now, you will see why I say that. And you feel like a foreigner maybe now in the outside world, that you don't fit in and that you still have another mindset and that still fear of judgment pops up in your head, stuff like that. But to reassure you, we are built for connection, and we are built for real connections. So it will come back. That's what I want to give you. It will come back. It takes maybe some time, but it will come back. You're not too late when you are quitting the religion at 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. It's never too late. It's never too weird, and definitely you're not too broken. For sure. And think of this way, and I put it in a sentence. You were once fluent in one language, the Jehovah's Witness language. And now you're learning a new language. You'll be fluent again, just in a different dialect. So, what I try to say is, you learned it in the Jehovah's Witness way. But there are more ways. There are even better ways. So you spoke the JW language, and you can learn at any time a new language. And it's like building muscles. You have to practice. If you don't go to the gym, your muscles aren't growing. If you go one time to the gym, your muscles aren't growing. So repetition is key. And maybe it's scary. First time, always scary. So I give you a few steps you can take to improve socializing outside of the Jehovah's Witness religion if you are struggling with it. And I'll always say to people, stay or start small and give yourself low pressure. What is low pressure? What is start small? Saying hi to a barista at Starbucks. Saying hi to someone in the supermarket. Just when you walk by somebody in a city, smile. The best thing you can give someone is a smile. Or say hi to a person you see a few times now. Because familiarity builds comfort. That's key. If you get familiar with something, you get more confidence, you get more recognition. Hey, it's the same person again, and you say hi again. Maybe you're walking the dog and you say hi to somebody with another dog. And what helped me was that I always ask open-end questions. How is your day? And then just listen, because they are gonna tell you how their day was. So that's the simplest thing you can do. Small steps, saying hi to someone. And if someone replies to you, how's your day going? If someone is working in the garden, you see someone walking by with your dog, you're somewhere in the supermarket, just ask an open-end question. Baby steps, people, baby steps. Then, the second thing you can do is join things. And we're not used to joining things because sports, no, that's not good. You have to do ministry time. Passion, there's no time for your passion. There's no place for your passion because Jehovah should be your passion. But you're now in the outside world, and with baby steps you're gonna learn socializing. So it's good to join things where connections can be built. A meetup somewhere around hobbies, maybe support group somewhere. Maybe you can do some volunteering. I did some volunteering here at the SPCA. Why? Because I love animals. And it's a good way to come into connection with people. I'm building connections now around me that I have someone for everything I need. I have one of my neighbors down the street here is now building our own house here. He's a contractor. He can help us with anything we need here at this place. He's supervising other people he hires to do some certain jobs. And along the way, when you're talking about the house, you're also gonna know some personal stuff from him, because you're building slowly a friendship. Then I say something about my dad that I have no contact at this moment. Then you get a connection. Then you have something you both like. Go to training your dog. Learn to know the people around you. Go volunteer somewhere. If you love animals, go like to an SPCA. Just one day, work with them, cleaning things, feeding the donkeys or the horses or the cats or the dogs. And you work with somebody says you what to do, and you say, okay, thank you, and hi, and maybe you come back one day, and then slowly people are opening up. Some people quicker than other people's, but that's all right. But also know that people also have patience with you. You don't have to say in the first meeting, oh, well, I'm an ex-Jehovah's Witness and my parents left me and blah, blah, blah. No, share what you feel comfortable with to share with somebody else. Talk about the nice weather. Talk about something you have in common. Talk about how your day is going. They open up, and if they open up, they give you that reassurance that you can open up also little by little. Because maybe you don't trust people. Still, can be possible. But my experience is that the outside world, you can trust more people than inside the Jehovah's Witness, because they always gonna talk about you. You can go to an art class or a yoga class or go hiking somewhere with a group. We have a community here, also with a community WhatsApp group, and people do things together. Who wants to go on Saturday on a trail, blah, 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 blah. And people go. Go to a market somewhere. Just talk to the guys who are selling things. You see other people walking there, say hi, get connected. Maybe in your neighborhood that you are getting socialized with your neighbors or something like that. Did you need something? Did you ask for help, or someone asked you for help? And then you build a little community around you. But baby steps, people. And for me, key is being honest if you feel safe. You don't have to spill everything, but sometimes a bit of honesty helps. And we always think that people don't have interest in our history. The opposite, people. I learned it, that people find it so interesting what we have been through, what we have experienced as Jehovah's Witness children, as Jehovah's Witness parents. They are so supportive and so interested in our journey through life. It's inspiring even for them. They say, wow, you're strong, that you made that decision to leave even your family behind and go for your own luck, for your own journey. What your birthright is, to choose what you want. And even with those consequences, wow, man, you're strong. You are an example for me to go also after my own goals, dreams, and things without hurting anybody, but follow that dream. And you're inspiring. That's the feedback I got from a lot of people. Many people. So, if you not want to talk about Jehovah's Witnesses particularly, say I'm kind of rebuilding my life after leaving a high controlled religion. Social stuff is new to me. And if you have that bit of honesty that social stuff is new to you, you get a lot of reactions which you couldn't imagine. One of the reactions is, in my experience, was, oh, me too, in a different way. I also, social stuff is also weird to me. I thought I was the only one. I said, no, you're not the only one. It's also strange for me because I'm used to this. Oh yeah, I'm used to. And then the conversation goes. Take it from there. Don't think before you go somewhere what you want and what you are gonna say. It doesn't help because then you can't find the words in your mind and then you choke. Let it come to you, whatever it is, and adapt to what other people are saying. Jehovah's Witnesses have always an answer. That's the advantage. Now you can just relax and just ask questions. If you're not certain what to say, ask another question. So they are talking, you are listening, and then you think, hey, that's interesting. I want to know more about that. And ask another question. And one thing you have to do for socializing is work on your self-compassion. Why? Because you have maybe shut down moments that you freeze or choke, that you don't know what to say. And that's normal. Awkwardness? Very normal. Sometimes it's awkward, but it doesn't matter. Why? Say to someone, oh, I feel so nervous right now. And they say, oh, that's okay, no problem. Vulnerability, we're not used to it, but it's a common thing in the outside world. If you be honest, if you are vulnerable, you just say what you feel at that moment, there's a lot of compassion coming your way. Say, I'm doing something new, I'm just exploring. And sometimes we need to remind our nervous system that we are safe now, that there's no harm being done, that we are in a safe, quiet place now, because we left it religion. So that's a thing. And of course, for socializing, maybe start online socializing. There are some XJW spaces where you can talk to people without they are seeing your face or have an interaction, but it's online. That's maybe a powerful start, that you write something, maybe on a Facebook page or about religious trauma or recovering from religion. Just type something under a post and that you get interaction with people. Or people say, hey, I need a friend. I see sometimes on Reddit, hey, I need a friend in Michigan, whatever. Are there other XJWs who are in the area? I came in contact with somebody here in South Africa, and I noticed that someone was living here in the same city. So we meet up, we had a meeting, and we shared our experiences in the religion. We drank a cup of coffee and we talked for a few hours. That was encouraging, and you have gained another friend. So that's some steps you can take. Start small, baby steps, just say hi and take it from there. Because we didn't get much practice about socializing in the outside world. Only when we go into the ministry, but it was not socializing, it was just handing over magazines, get them to the meetings, and that's it. But we want more, and we want deeper connections eventually than we had as JW. And that's the goal. And you can do it. I have 100% trust in you guys that you can do it. These are just some small steps to start with. If you have a problem with socializing, let me know in the comments. If you have another problem, also feel free to comment. If you comment under these videos, you're also helping yourself in this process. It takes time. It doesn't take skill. It takes a little bit of courage, of course, but going outside of that comfort zone will give you so much more back, because you will see that nobody out there is going to hurt you, but that there are a lot of people who just want to be there for you in an honest way. Not a hidden agenda as you are used to, but that people are compassionate, that they have empathy for you, and that they are unconditionally there for you. So, guys, this was my take on socializing. If you're struggling with it in the outside world, let me know what you think about it, and we see each other on the next episode.